let's take a look at another problem where we're given a word problem and we want to translate the information that we're given into a formula. So let's take a look at page 77, problem S11. Here we're looking at purchasing office supplies. So when we're purchasing office supplies, we tend to buy boxes of staples, which we'll call S, reams of paper, which we'll call R, and boxes of ink pens, which we'll call P. Now we're also told that staples cost $1.46 per box, a ream of paper costs $3.50 per ream, and ink pens cost $2.40 per box. So we want to write a formula to express the cost of buying these office supplies as a function of S, R, and P. So remember what we said about that phrase, as a function of. This phrase helps us determine which variable is the dependent variable and which variable is the independent variable. So here we've got cost, right, which comes in front of that phrase. So cost is our dependent variable. So how much we end up paying for these office supplies depends on how many boxes of staples, how many reams of paper, and how many boxes of pens that we buy. Therefore, the variables that follows this phrase, these variables here, these are our independent variables. Independent variables. Okay. So this function is defined as C as a function of S, R, and P. And we can write that using functional notation like this. C as a function of S, R, and P, where C, okay, so we can think of that as C, so where C is our cost, and then S, R, and P are what we said earlier here, boxes of staples, reams of paper, and boxes of ink pens, okay? All right, so in order for us to write the formula, we want to try to work out a couple of examples to see if we can get a pattern that will help us come up with a formula. So let's suppose that we end up buying, let's say, 2 boxes of staples, 3 reams of paper, and 4 boxes of pens, okay? So now we want to know what's the cost of buying 2 boxes of staples, 3 reams of paper, and 4 pens. Well, how would we calculate that cost? We would go through and say, well, the cost, let me write up here, okay, is equal to, if I buy 2 boxes of staples and they cost $1.46 per box, that means I would multiply $1.46 by 2 to get the total cost for the boxes of pens. And then I would have to add that to however much it costs to buy a ream of paper. But here we're buying 3 reams of paper, so that's 3 times the cost for 1 ream, which is $3.50. Right? And then in addition to that, I'm also buying boxes of pens, which cost $2.40 a box, and I'm buying 4 of them, so that's 4 times $2.40. Okay, and then now we just need to work this out. So we get, let me take out my calculator here, $1.46 times 2, which is $2.92. Okay, 3 times 3.5, which gives me $10.50. Okay, and then $4 times $2.40, that gives us $9.60. So our total cost ends up being whatever the sum of these 3 quantities are. So 2.92 plus 10.5 plus 9.6, that gives me a total cost of $23.02. Okay, and we can work this out again using different numbers for S, R, and P, but I hope that you can see we don't really need to do that because there is a general pattern here for getting the total cost, right? So the total cost of buying office supplies depends on the number of boxes and reams of paper that we purchase of each of these items, and they change. So in general, we'll just say that to figure out the cost of buying boxes of staples, well, that's S, which is what we labeled for boxes of staples, right, times however much it costs per box of staples, okay, plus the number of boxes or the number of reams of paper, which we called R, okay, times however much it costs per ream, which is $3.50, okay, plus, right, the number of boxes of pens that we buy, which we call P, right, times however much it costs to buy that, which here is $2.40. So I hope you see here that this gives us a nice formula, okay? Now, let's suppose that I want to use function notation. So let's say that I want us to use function notation to express the cost of buying 2 boxes of staples, okay, 3 reams of paper, and 4 boxes of pens. Okay, how would we write the function notation? So notice that we've already did the work here, and we found out that the cost of buying 2 boxes of staples, 3 reams of papers, and 4 boxes of pens was actually $23.02. But I want to write this entire phrase, so I want to write this whole thing using function notation. So the notation is this. It's C of 2, 3, 4. Right? So what does this mean? This means the cost of buying 2 boxes of staples, 3 reams of paper, and 4 boxes of pens is equal to $23.02. So that's the notation.